Hello everyone, thanks for checking out my video. It's Goose coming at you with a guide on how you can run your own Presearch node on the Flux network. Stay tuned. Okay, welcome back, and I'm really excited to do this video because I want to take a closer look at what Presearch is doing. So I'm going to offer a little bit of a review and go through their tutorial to kind of showcase exactly how their search engine works, at least for the end user, right? And then we'll get into the nitty-gritty of the back end, right? Running a node and contributing to the network so that you can earn rewards in pre-tokens. So let's get started. We'll begin with the Presearch website, so you can come here to presearch.io, and it says Presearch is a decentralized search engine. Search privately, receive better results, and get rewarded with the Presearch decentralized search engine, powered by blockchain technology. This is a very interesting project because it takes what is otherwise a centralized approach. So all of the major search engines out there, they, for the most part, have data centers, very large data centers where they just store tons of data from scraping the web and crawling the web, looking for all different types of new information that's not already in their database. And then people go to those search engines, type in their searches, and it will give them results. And many of these are tailoring their results for people who are, for instance, if you're logged in to an account with that particular provider, they will monitor your searches and then they will give you suggestions based on previous searches. So I guess a good example would be if you are a baker and all you ever search for are baking supplies and cookie sheets and all different things that you would need in a kitchen to do your baking, then the likelihood of other results popping up that have to do with baking or cooking or something in the kitchen, or even advertisers of products made for baking, right? That's more likely to show up, and it's all algorithmic. It's by design. The only trouble with something like that is that sometimes it may limit your searches, or at least limit the scope of your searches. And I know the idea here is that they're trying to be helpful, right? They want you to, only see the kind of results that they think, based on your previous history, is what you want to see. But that's not really the best approach, is it? Because now I don't see the whole picture. I see only a slice of pie. Whereas, there's a whole world of information that may be helpful to me, that I may like to consider. Maybe even opposing perspectives that may be worth evaluating, right? I don't have to agree with everything that I see online, but I want to know that my search engine is providing me with everything that is available, not filtering data that I may be interested in, okay? And so this is kind of where people get a little upset about search engines and sort of the larger, technology corporations out there that have a little bit too much quote-unquote control over what people are doing online. And now we have something like this, Presearch, which is fully decentralized. So therefore, there are nodes that are doing basically the same thing, web crawling and scraping data and storing it up and putting it into a database so it can be searched. That is being done globally via Presearch nodes. And so what I'd like to do is just take you through a quick little tour of Presearch. I'll take you through their tutorial so you can see how it works. And then I'm going to show you how you can earn Presearch, which is their token. It's called Pre. You can earn by staking Pre and run a node on the Flux network. It's really easy to do, so just follow along. Welcome to Presearch, a completely decentralized search engine that is running on nodes throughout the world. And these nodes are incentivized to earn Presearch. So to run a Presearch node means that you could be earning Presearch for the searches that people do through your particular node. And you can also earn Presearch just for using Presearch. So let's take a look at their website. You go to presearch.org, and you got a little tutorial here that says when you search, you'll be rewarded with pre-crypto tokens. So you hit next, and you can see how many tokens you have in the top right corner. And you hit next, and it says by default, when you search, your search will go to Presearch Engine. If you want to search another site directly, just click the corresponding icon. So it looks like here you can search YouTube, you can search Google, you can search DuckDuckGo, and some of these other icons that you may be interested in. Click on Next, and if you want to change your search options, looks like they have a nifty little gear icon where you could do that. Click on Next. Easily change your providers from the account drop-down menu, so you can actually customize other search providers. That's pretty cool. And click on Continue. So, wow, this is really extensive, guys. Check this out. Your selected icons are displayed here at the top. Okay, so these are the default icons that'll appear underneath my search field, and it looks like you can adjust these. Wow, look at all the different services that you can tailor for your particular needs. To add a new icon, find it in the list below. Click on Next. You can use the search field to filter your options. Oh, that's cool. So if I just want Netflix to appear here, I can just type that in. Next. Or you can browse by category. Oh, pretty neat. So we can put in whatever categories we want. To select an icon, simply click on it, and it will be added to your selected icons. So you can just like that, Netflix gets added to our default list of options underneath the search field. Click on Next to rearrange the order of your icons. You can just drag them left or right. That's cool. And to delete an icon, simply click on it. And then you can hit the remove option there. Oh, neat. Okay. And that's all for now. Great. So I'll click on Finish. And that puts us right back here at the Presearch landing page. And let's go ahead and see if Run on Flux shows up in our Presearch. Run on Flux is right here at the top, which I love to see, including our Reddit. So it looks like there's a whole bunch of different hits here to show you everything you want to know about Run on Flux, including our Twitter page, our GitHub page, Facebook page, Discord, Twitch. Wow, this is cool, guys. So we've got articles here, websites here, all the stuff that you'd ever want to find on Run on Flux. I love it. Now, let's see if we click on the YouTube search, what happens. Oh, look at that. Okay, so it takes our search query and just transfers that over onto YouTube. Wow, so imagine this. So you want to choose different search engines or different websites that you want to search. Like if we hit on Twitter here, it'll search Run on Flux on Twitter and see what pops up here. Really cool stuff. I really, really like this. Before we go to launch our node, just a little background information here. It says the Presearch Node software can be installed by anyone on their computer or excess server capacity to help power the new Presearch decentralized search engine. By running Node software, operators help crawl the web for the information needed to answer user search queries. In exchange for providing computing resources, operators who stake pre-tokens can earn pre-rewards to offset the cost of hosting and provide incentive for more nodes to join the network and provide high-quality, reliable service. Nodes run in a software environment called Docker that is supported by all major operating systems and server platforms, including Flux. To install a node, you'll first register for an operator code that you enter when you launch your node. So, let's get started. Okay, to get started with staking for your own Presearch node on the Flux network, what you'll need to do is have 2,000 pre-tokens as well as a little Ethereum so that you can do the transaction of sending the tokens over to your account, okay? And I purchased these on an exchange. You can take a look at some of the different exchanges. Use one of the popular websites, CoinMarketCap or CoinGecko, and you can find out exactly where you can buy Presearch tokens. The next step is to register or log in with your account on the Presearch search engine, and you'll do that by going to presearch.org and then clicking the top right-hand corner, register to log in. Once you've logged in, then you're going to click on the nodes link on the top right-hand corner. That'll take you to a new page. And at the bottom here, we have a little green button to launch a node. From here, there are instructions to get started. We are going to skip step 1 to install Docker on your computer or virtual server. Flux does all of that for you. What we'll do is skip over here to step number 2 and register your node and get a registration code at this website. So I'm going to go ahead and click that. And from here, what we'll need to do is transfer some tokens in. So we'll go ahead and click on Transfer Pre. And then we're going to choose From Blockchain. And that will provide us with an address to send our tokens. So I'm going to copy this address, open up my Zelcore wallet, click on the Presearch wallet, and then I'll click on Send. Put in the two-factor authentication, and where it says address, I'm going to Control-V, paste that address in, and I'm going to put the amount of tokens that I want to send, exactly 2,000 tokens, and then click on Send. Okay, once you transferred your 2,000 pre-tokens onto the node dashboard, then we're going to go ahead and pull up the Flux interface. And to get here, you just go to home.runonflux.io. And the first thing we should do is log into this node. So we can do that by clicking on the Zel ID link here and open up Zelcore. And you just put in your two-factor authentication, click Sign and Send. I can close this. And now we're logged into this particular node. Next, we'll go over here to the app menu and down to Marketplace. And from here, we'll click on the Presearch node. And this gives us a little description so we know this is what we're installing. Presearch is a decentralized search engine. Host your Presearch node on the Flux network. So it's going to be pulling down the repository from the latest Docker container right here. And all we need to provide is our registration code. So we're going to flip back over here to our nodes dashboard. And right in the middle, it says your node registration code. So we can go ahead and click copy. And right here, we'll just paste that code in and then click on Start Launching Marketplace App. From here, we can just review all of the information that will be registered on the blockchain. So that includes all of what we see here. Click on Next. We're going to go ahead and sign this app with Zelcore. So this is the message to sign. I'm just going to go ahead and put in our PIN, click on Sign and Send, and that sent through just fine. Great. We'll flip back over here, and now it wants us to sign that. Good. Hit on Next, and we're going to register this app for the price of 1 Flux. So I'm going to click on Register Flux App, and it's propagating the message across the Flux network, which means that it is writing it to the blockchain. And it's also announcing to all of the other Flux nodes that we are going to be running this particular app. I'm going to click on Next. And the last part of this is to send our payment. So it's requesting a transaction of 1 Flux, which we would send to this address with the following message. Now, you could put all this in manually when you go ahead and create your transaction, or you can just click on the Zel ID link here and pay with Zelcore. So we're going to click on that. That will get a payment request, which says that there's a request for 1 Flux to this address. Would you like to proceed and pay? I'm going to click on Proceed. And now we're going to put in our two-factor, verify it, and send it. There we go. So that's verified. jump back over here, and for the low cost of $2.61, one Flux, we have registered 1 month of Presearch Node on the Flux network. Now, when we click on Finish, it says that you have to ensure that you've paid for your app or saved the payment details for later. If obviously we don't pay for this within a certain amount of time, it will just be rejected and it will not spin up our app. But as long as we sent our payment, which we did, we should be good to go. So I'm going to go ahead and close this dialog. Okay, it takes a little while for the app to launch on the Flux network, but there's a way that you can check to see where it is in terms of status. And to do that, all you have to do is go to home.runonflux.io and then log into the instance that you're looking at. So in this case, I'm going to click the little Zell ID button here and log into this node. All right. Now we're logged in, and then I'm going to click on the Apps menu and Global Apps, and then click on My Apps. And all of the apps that you have launched with your particular Zell ID will show up here. And that includes our Presearch. So if we want to see if it's running, all we have to do is click on Visit. And right now it says that site can't be reached, but just because we can't reach it doesn't mean it's not running. In fact, this is actually an indication that it is running. Back over here on the node's dashboard, we have some new fields that just appeared because it detected our nodes are connected, and that was because of the registration code. So if we scroll down a little bit, we have an opportunity to drop in our NFT wallet address. So that could be your Ethereum or Polygon address right there. There's also API access if you want to use, for development or whatever. And then over here, we've got a list of our current nodes. I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and stake on this one that has the higher reliability score right now, because this will certainly gain a little bit more in terms of staking rewards because you have a higher reliability score. Now do keep in mind that these all just started, so the reliability score is going to be low to start, but once it's been up for 24 hours, you have a little bit better idea of how good they're doing. So maybe you wait on this before you stake. But in my case, I'm just going to go ahead and stake it right away so I could show you in the video. So we click on the stake button for that particular node. The minimum you can stake is 2,000. So I've already put 2,000 here. So I got that going. And you can add a description or an external URL if you want. I don't think it's necessary. You also have options to send emails if the node disconnects or if it reconnects. And then you can also choose a time frame for that, 5 minutes, 15 minutes, whatever is good for you. I'm going to leave this off because I'll just check in on the node's dashboard and I'll know that the Flux network is going to take care of ensuring that my node stays up and running. And that's where my confidence is in the Flux network. So I'm going to click on Update. All right, this node has been updated. The 2000 pre looks like it has been staked there. So I'll go back to the node list. Okay, and back on the main screen, we can see that we have 2,000 tokens staked. And if we scroll down to the bottom here, we can see here, right now our stake is right there on that node. Scores are already going up, which is nice. Looks like I picked the higher one anyway, which is nice. These other two are just like bonus, basically like bonus nodes that you have. The default setting within Flux is to spawn up 3 instances. If you would like to stake more, you could also stake on these. It's just, it's an added bonus for you. So essentially, basically, for the cost of 1 Flux, you have 3 nodes that you could stake on. So if you have more pre-available and you want to take advantage of that, then by all means, go ahead and stake some more. Or you could put more stake into the higher reliability one. I think it's a nice sort of bonus that you get to choose which of these 3 is better for you, okay? And at the same time, we have these 2 additional instances that are contributing to the Presearch network, which is further decentralizing the whole operation, which is awesome. And you don't have to pay any extra for that. So it's just, guys, I'm so excited and I'm so glad that we can run stuff like this on the Flux network. And that's how you launch your own Presearch node on the Flux network. Now, if you run into any snafus or anything like that, feel free to hit us up on Discord or check us out at our new support desk, which is at support.runonflux.io. And make a ticket and we'll get back to you as soon as we can to help get things up and running. Guys, these are exciting times for Flux. So if you like what you're seeing, please give us a thumbs up, hit the subscribe bell, and share this video. And I'll see you in the next one.